Alright guys, here we are at Road America with our Florida Racing Aston Martin, and we are off for qualifying. Practice was definitely interesting, a lot of slipping and sliding in the extremely hot asphalt, so we're going to see how we can do on the cold asphalt. First thing we got to do is get these brakes and tires warmed up here. So they are definitely on the cold side, so trying to get a little bit of temp into those would be very, very helpful. And of course we have the beautiful Sargento cheese tunnel right there. Always beautiful to see. So we got qualifying here. We're going to see what kind of lap time we can put in. Nice on the brakes into the first corner here. Nice and easy around. We're not on the clock at the moment. Got to get it back around to the line to be able to do that. So nice and easy. Get the tires slightly warmed up here. See how the car feels. All things considered, the car feels pretty good. We did take a little bit of downforce out of the car just because of how many straights we have, just to be able to try and gain ourselves a little bit more speed. So we're going to have to see how that transpires for us in the race. In around that turn is always super hard. If you haven't watched my video of recent where I raced this in NASCAR Heat 5, it's a beast of a track even in that game, just because of you have to have the setup just right. Brake bias, very, very important. Luckily we have a pretty even brake bias in this car, which really helps us not to unsettle the car a ton, which is helpful. And looks like we've got tires decently warmed up. I'd like to see a little bit more temp in those. Looks like we're slowly getting the other side to warm up there just a little bit, so that's good. But nice and easy, go, go, go. If you come out of that turn too slow, it's going to ruin us, which probably won't help us this lap, but if you hit it wrong and mess up your exit, it's really going to mess you up down this long straightaway here. In the sixth gear, coming into the turn. We haven't done this in night, so we're going to be a little bit close there. A little bit, ever so slightly late into my braking zone and downshifting ever so slightly. So a little bit more of a conservative first lap here. I think we can only get 2 in for the most part, so we'll see how that goes. And we'll be a little bit more conservative this first lap through, just to feed out how the car is handling. Obviously we're going to be in the daytime, so none of this is really going to help us out with anything car setup wise, which is good to know. Come around that corner there. Got GTP, NMP2, GTD Pro, and GTD all here, so a full field of 32 plus cars in the all going to be on track, which is going to be insane. Got an GTP guy coming on through there. Let him on through. So a little bit more conservative this lap, as I said, so we'll see if we can, what we need to be able to push. Ooh, good night. GTP guys, they come through and they hit you in the rear end, and usually they take off my rear spoiler. Glad he didn't do that. Thanks, dude. He's impatient and wanting to get through, which I get, but still, you can be a little bit more gracious than that. Not really a way for me to move one way or the other in that turn. It's kind of a one-lane deal with how it reacts. And the car pulled to the left there a little bit. Kind of interesting. Not totally sure what that was about, but car pulled to the left under braking. So you have to kind of center up that braking zone, it seems like, on the track physically. Physically have the car a little bit more centered in the track to be able to make sure you don't drift off there. GP car to the outside, there he is, and brake. You guys found the brake in there, totally messed up time still. Yeah, we're not going to be able to make up much time in this particular lap. We're going to try one more lap here to see if we can improve our time. And we're 27th on the grid, which is insane. Terrible exit of that corner, but I wouldn't expect anything else from us. Get behind us there, I'm not sure. with a GT Peacock with no lights on. That's different. Oh, he doesn't have a front nose. That's why. Getting a little bit of a turn there from the GT Peacock, or whatever he is, hitting our rear end, trying to knock our bumper off, which I do not appreciate. Right, a little bit even on that time, was still a little bit slower. Yeah, we really need to pick up a little bit of time if we can this lap. This will be our last time by, just so that we don't mess up the tires too much. Woo! Yep. Did not get into that turn correctly at all. Still a little green, but still messed up that corner pretty good there. Alright, we're in the green though, but yeah, that one corner we really messed up. I think the rear tire caught the curving and it went off doing its own thing there. Okay, so pretty good on the time right now. Getting to the Johnsonville curve here. Come on, dog, you did good. There we go. Still a second and a half faster. Don't ask me how I did that. I don't know. Somehow we did. A little bit slow through that corner. Still faster. Coming in. And hit that curve and we slowed us down there a bit. Ooh, moon's coming up. That looks nice. As we make this turn up here, you might be able to see the moon in the sky there, which will be pretty cool. Now it's behind the trees, but the moon's starting to come up as we're racing here. Very pretty looking moon off in the clouds. See if we can see it here as we go straight. Nah, you won't be able to see it. Alright, well that improved our time quite a bit. Yep. And we pushed it too hard there. Always have a hard time getting into that turn on this track. Not one of my favorites. So it's that turn. Turn one. Typically I do pretty good on that one, but sometimes if I'm distracted I do miss my braking zone, which doesn't help. But yeah, that little area down there, really not good at it. We're going to go ahead and pull off track here and let everyone else get around that's doing their lap, and we will go ahead and not interfere with any of those guys. Alright, it's starting in the back of our group here. Kind of unfortunate, but hopefully we can make up some gains here. Actually, we're 8th. Nice. Alright. A bit of a slow start here up on the hill. Kind of hard to get through gears sometimes on that. Should be able to make up a little bit of ground here. Go ahead and start slowing up. We're having a nice slow down up here. Lead our way through. We're going to get past the Aston Martin, but we got the Gulf Oil Aston Martin group here. We got 3 of them racing. Oh, and I did not mean to do that, but Mr. Ford, you braked right in front of me. Totally stopped. Sorry about that. Going to the inside of the Corvette here, should be able to get past him. Get a little bit of draft there off the Corvette in front of us. Go ahead and start braking. Corvette's going to dive underneath me there. Yep, there he is. Do it. Ooh, everybody kind of slow up and right there. Kind of caused me a mess up a little bit. Another Ford GT up here. This is the Ford Performance one up here. Let's see, currently 4th. Alright, so that's not bad. Made up half the positions we were already in at the start of the race. Pretty good. Yeah, lots of Aston Martins showed up for this particular race. Very surprising. Alright, all those guys are really good through the Johnsonville turn there, so that's good information to have. They are just really driving away from us here through this whole section. I'm not sure why they're so fast through here, but they are. get after him here. Yes, for whatever reason, I'm not sure what everyone else has worked on, but they have got straightaway speed down to a science. I'm not sure how they have accomplished this, but we have definitely hurt quite a bit at the traditional straightaway tracks. Obviously, had a pretty good day at Circuit of the Americas with that group, but yeah, more like Watkins Glen there had the long straights. We just have not been able to keep up with these guys at these tracks for whatever reason. I'm not sure what it is, but straightaway speed, they have us clocked here pretty good. Also, my braking through that section is horrendous. Gotta work on that. Luckily, we got quite a few minutes to work on that. That's pretty good. Overall, we can gain some time through this section, it looks like, but once we get to Johnsonville, I think they're going to pull away from us again. So, they might be running soft tires. If they're running soft tires, though, we ran those in practice, and those things ate up in about 15 minutes of track time. The right front was basically, both fronts actually, were basically gone within 15 minutes of racing on this surface. It's a very abrasive surface, as this is not the repaved version. Ooh, hit into the wall a little bit there. This is not repaved. This is the version from early 2000s, I think, is what this pave is. So they paved it a little more recently, so there's not as much tire wear. But in this particular version, this is the old worn-out surface of the track, and so this has got a lot more tire wear going on. So that's another reason why I went with hard tires, obviously. So these guys have speed, but will that speed continue, or will they need to pit for tires? That's going to be a good question to watch and see here, as it is a worn-out surface. We're doing pretty good with the hard tires. Good temperatures, good wear pattern overall, about what we would expect. And that's only with a few... Ooh, got a little loose there. Going after this guy here. Into the turn. See if we can get any draft off of him. It would help if we could. I don't think there is any, though. Alright, better braking zone. Corvette's going to dive bomb us into the corner again. Typical Corvette driver. At least nowadays. I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're fighting with everybody, it seems like. Alright, at least what we want to do is keep up with this guy here. So as I said, if they're running soft tires, their tire wear might really... Ooh, boy, I almost ran into him. Might really become a problem for them later on. Should have tried to get past him there, but we will do what we need to here. Yeah, I think we needed to have been able to have our gearing set up a little bit differently for that, so we could have us running in third gear Corvette to the outside. That makes it tricky going through that corner. Have somebody on the... Actually, I was on the inside. I was on the outside. Makes it tricky there. Back on track here. We're actually having a bit of a faster lap here. I do believe we are going to... Currently, we got some light clouds on track. Should be going to a little bit heavier, it looked like. No real chance of rain in the schedule. So we should be good weather-wise. That's nice. Man, a little bit slower that lap time, but consistent, so that's nice. As I said, the question is, we should be good on fuel. Remember the last time we were here, we ran out of fuel with our Mustang. That was disappointing. But we did a decent job until that point. But once we ran out of fuel, there wasn't really anything we could do about that. We couldn't even make it back to pit road, which was unfortunate. As you see, through this section here, we're actually a little bit faster than these guys. Or maybe not faster, but just more aggressive, I would guess, is what we really are. And so we actually can catch up to them a little bit, but once we get to the straight zones, we just do not have the speed in the straights. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure how we can fix it either. I mean, car feels good. Feels like we can put power down. We're actually going a little bit faster through that section. Nice. Okay. Let's see if we can clean up this turn. We've messed it up the last few laps here. Nice deep cut in. There we go. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's going to give us a much better lap time. Not really going to change our position necessarily, but definitely improve lap time. I'm going to start cutting off the corners because the Corvettes keep doing that to me. And it's like, nope. Nope. We ain't letting the Corvettes dive bomb the corner. That does not work for us at all. Currently we're 5th, which really, compared to... Whoop, yep, there's Corvette. Smacked us right out of the way in the corner. Technically I was off track, but still. Not nice. Alright, we're reaching 21, almost 20 minutes to go. Not seeing any real... I haven't seen anybody pitting up in the top corner there, the GTP guys. Haven't seen anyone pit from their point of view. Haven't seen them coming back through yet either, so clearly we're holding our own pretty good here and not getting lapped by them. So I wonder what their tires are obviously doing with the wear, and when and if that could be a pit strategy for them. Yeah, these guys, they like to dive bomb the corners. I mean, I like to dive bomb the corners too, but typically it doesn't work out for me too well. These guys are actually making it work. Good for them. Alright, now I see the GTP guys, they're slowly making their way through. There we go, nice little shortcut on the corner there. So now we're 7th, unfortunately, slowly falling back. I really do think these guys, if they're running soft tires for this stint, to be able to get this speed, you don't go off track there. That's not going to help us out at all. That's not going to help us either. We'll go off track anyways. There we go. Get out of that guy's way. Perfectly merged back onto the track. BMW, giving him a little bit of a block there. But for some reason, we are just slow on the straights, and I do not know why. We are so slow on the straightaways. It does not make a whole lot of sense to me at the moment. We do have GTP guys fastly approaching. So this can make things very, very interesting here very quick. Yep, there they are. Wow, they're already here. Good night. Alright, we'll get to the side and stay on the side and let them pass. Don't go off track while you're doing it, though. Alright, first few guys GTP through. Next guy coming on right there. There he goes. Another guy fastly approaching. So depending on where these guys hit, could end up being a plus for us, depending on if anyone gets spun out to whatnot. So it could make things rather interesting here. And I'm just trying to not spin out for some reason as the brakes are going all over the place. There we go, let him pass. Nicely done, nicely done. Trying to accelerate on the turtle is not one of your best thoughts. But when you need to get going, I mean, what else are you going to do? Got another car that's going to be to my inside. Let him pass. There we go. Nice short break on the corner. Yeah, Speedville by Johnsonville Sausage. I think they make other meats too, but I particularly remember Johnsonville sausages. I don't think I've ever tried them, but I know I've seen them. Actually had a decent lap there. Not bad. Even with all of the traffic, we were actually going a little bit faster for the lap, so that's impressive. It's still not seeing anybody killing the pit road, so that may be or may not be an issue later on down the road. We will see here. Got the BMW looking there behind me. I don't know who the other guy is that's in this class, but both of those guys are there behind. Should be getting LMP2 through eventually, I would imagine. And the heavier cloud cover has started to hit the track, so that's going to mean track temps starting to cool off there just a little bit, which should allow for some better lap times, which is another reason why we're probably seeing better lap times showing up, even though we're still running probably about the same style of lap, not having really improved our position or not. Well, with how slow our car is, if we can just maintain 8th the rest of the stint, I would not mind that at all, but I'm messing up this turn royally. Let me tell you. Oh, it's the Ford GT. There's the Ford GT that's back. Why on earth is that guy all the way down there? You should be doing much, much better. I think that must be the independent guy, not the factory team. That must be the issue. Yeah, Ford GT's way back there. Good night. That's the other guy we're racing, is the Ford GT. So, we got a BMW and a Ford GT we're racing here. It's good night, just going all over the track. Alright, let's get into a groove here. Regroup. We don't have GTP cars to race around anymore, so let's try and focus on staying in front of a BMW. That is what we need to do. Alright, nicely done. A little bit off throttle through there. Seemed like that worked for us pretty good. Actually having a decent lap time at the moment. Good night. Had a fly up my nose. Always a annoying experience. Missed my braking zone thanks to Mr. Fly. That is one of the most annoying sensations ever. You hear the little bzz 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 bzz, but then he's like up, drilling up your nose. It's like, get out of there, dude. So annoying. Alright. Let's try and focus for this lap, please. Oh, we got somebody on pit road. Who we got on pit road? Some sort of NMP2 or GTP. I'm not sure which one it was, but somebody on pit road. So could that mean that we see pit road stops from everyone here shortly? Potential. Definitely potential. So if everyone else is running the soft tire, trying to get the best possible result, then could we really have done a good job by taking the hard tires? I'm not sure. I really don't expect them to be that dumb, but there is a potential. Alright, still could have done that corner a little bit better, but that was a lot smoother than what we've been doing the past few times, so we will take that over the nonsense that we were doing. There we go, not terrible through that corner. Get this set up, a little bit off throttle, back to the throttle. Hit the brake for this one, turn in. Car was not ready for that transition. Got the tires slide there. It's okay, but good to know. Get the car centered up here. Wiggle it. We'll be right through that section. Ooh, nice. We're able to hold the speed all the way down through there. Gaining, I'm not sure why we're gaining so much time, but we're gaining a ton of time here. Alright, much better through there. Not sure if hard tires are suddenly worn in. Ooh, there we go. Barely missed having my nose clipped off by that dude. That's okay. Let's see what kind of lap time we put down here, and that is going to be one of our faster lap times. As I said, we do have some heavier cloud coming in, so that's cooling off the track there just a little bit, so not sure how that's going to affect everybody else. Ooh, the Ford GT has finally gotten around some of the GTD guys and is back up here with us. Might look like we have an LMP2 car fast approaching. Keeping an eye on the map, yeah, I think we got the LMP2 guys finally making their way through. And I still do have the question with how fast these guys are running. Because, I mean, we're on a basically pretty even format, all things considered, finally tweaking that. So they should be, in my opinion, just running soft tires to be able to make up this speed difference, but I'm not sure. They're doing something. There we go. Still in the green, so faster lap times incoming as the clouds start to move in here. Actually putting a little bit of gap on the guys behind us. Get a... Oh, I thought you were going to take that, dude. I was giving you space. Oh, let's try it, dude. Come on, go, go. There you go. Trying to let the guys by. Yeah, let off the throttle there. God did not like that entry. Started sliding the tire just a little bit because it wasn't in the correct groove. Very nice and easy through there. Okay. Losing a little bit of time through here, not terrible. They were too soon to the throttle. Should have waited just a second more, then gone back to throttle, and that turn would have been really, really good. But live and you learn. Turn, and go. Got some more LMP2 guys coming up behind us here. We're maintaining the gap to the BMW and the Ford GT pretty decently here, so as long as we don't make a bunch of stupid mistakes, we should be able to maintain our position. I would like to see the guys in front of me have either issues or have to come in the pit road to fix their tires, but with this state in the going, I really think everyone should have been using hard tires at this point, because in practice we were definitely ripping through the soft tires in 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we got the GTP guy. One GTP guy is coming to pit road, so we got some pit stops starting the cycle. Now they're going at a faster speed, getting more laps put on the tires, so technically they're going to wear out their tires a little bit more than we are. But that could be a sign that the rest of the field might have that same issue, though. Don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Don't know what everyone else's strategy is. Doesn't make any sense for them not to have used the hard tires, but also I don't know why they're so much faster than I am. Other than there's something weird with our car going on the straightaways. Don't know what's going on with that. Alright, have another fast lap time. The heavier clouds continue to move into the track here. Much better through that turn. Yep, we waited a little bit longer to put throttle down. Much better through that corner right there. Excellent. Alright, nice and easy on the throttle through here. We got another guy coming through, so we don't want to mess that up. Gonna be a little bit slower off the corner, that's fine. Wasn't sure what the LMP2 guy was going to do here. and a little bit faster that lap. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So continue to do a little bit better. And somehow we did a really good job through that corner. Don't ask me how, I don't know. Just taking it nice and easy here. Where are the guys behind me? Okay, there they are. No, that's not him. Alright, I'm not sure what happened to BMW Dude, but BMW Dude is not currently behind me, and those guys have fallen back, actually. Alright, so we're actually making some lap time here, so I'm not sure if the hard tires have come in, and we're starting to do better lap time, or if our car is just better with the cloud cover. That could be an issue. And why best lap delta? Why are you telling me about the delta? I thought I was doing better laps. Never mind. That confused me and has distracted me, and now I'm doing nonsensical stuff. So don't give me pointless information about deltas. I don't fly Delta anyways. I used to fly Southwest until they took away the free bags. But I digress upon that issue. They used to have some really good hot chocolate, but they got rid of that too. That was some good stuff, and then you get back pretzels. You know what I mean? It was pretty good. But yeah, taking away the free bag, that was a bad idea. Alright. Not too bad through that corner once again. Just waiting a little bit longer to put throttle down, and then the car really does react much better when you do that. And I was turning while trying to brake all at the same time. Never a good idea. Alright, who's behind me now? Ford GT has taken up that position. I don't know what the BMW is doing. The Ford GT behind us, he's getting swarmed by the NMP2s here. Actually, no, we got NMP GTP guys coming back through now. I wonder how many NMP2 guys there are. Hey, thanks a lot, dude. There's plenty of space to your right. Use the lane to your right, not the lane I'm in. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Everybody got through there without figuring out the Mr. Whatever he was, but he couldn't figure it out. Ford GT caught up to us in that moment there, but we definitely want to keep in front of him if we can here. Ooh, pretty good turn there, nice and smooth. I like that. Going to try and just keep in front of this GT and this BMW for this race. That should help us out in the point standings, but would have liked to have been a little bit better. Let's see where we are. We are 12 seconds behind the next car. That's disappointing. Actually, something messed up with that scoreboard over there, because the other one's saying that the other guy's only only 3 seconds behind the other dude, so I'm not sure what that's talking about. Yeah, it says that he's only 3 seconds behind the other guy. Yeah, something's messed up with the scoreboard, so don't pay attention to that. Alright, Ford GT. Ooh, yeah, he was really trying to dive bomb us there. It's like, nope, wait, eye on that, dude. No siree. He's like, you might be faster than us and can pass us on the straights, but don't you dare dive bomb us in the corner when you can pass us on the straight as easily as apparently you can. Alright, that was a slower lap time. Let's see if we can put something a little bit better together here. Got caught on the curve there. That doesn't help with the acceleration too much. Get me down to this turn here. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Back to throttle. Go, go, go. Still in the green. Buck, buck, buck. Yep, gonna run right into us, dude. Can't do that. Like, you saw that I saw you coming into the inside there. You should have gone to the outside. Probably would have worked for you. Alright, we're closing in on the final laps here. Probably only one time more around before we get final 2 laps to go, I would imagine. If that. Looks like we might have some NMP2 guys making their way back through. Either that or that's the back half of the GTP guys. I'm not sure which. We haven't really seen a whole lot of NMP2 guys, so I'm not sure how big their field is when the guys decide to show up. Ooh, boy, way out to the side. Go, 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 go. Boom! Alright, draft, 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 draft. Try and draft him here. Try and draft him here. Stay right in the draft. Way too deep. I also had that car on the outside that kind of distracted me there, so that was unfortunate. Let's get this Ford GT back here. I don't think we will, because for whatever reason, all these guys are just super fast on the straightaways. And for some reason, our car is not, even though we've taken out some downforce to help out with drag. Somehow we still cannot get better speed on the straights. So that's been an issue for us from Watkins Glen. Obviously, Circuit of the Americas really doesn't have that many straights. Obviously, there's the front straightaway, but the rest of that is a very technical course. And we were really beating up on everybody through the technical sections. So something with the long straights is just really destroying this car for some reason. I'm not sure if it's on acceleration or if it's top speed, but something's messing up the car here. And we're not able to get what we need here. Okay, so Ford GT's going to have to race this NMP2 guy here. Got another NMP2, a GTP guy coming through. There he goes. Oop, ran the GT off the track there a little bit. Hopefully that means we can catch him here. I thought I saw a raindrop for a second. I was like, what? Why am I seeing a raindrop? Shouldn't be a raindrop, as far as I know. Be a weird time for the raindrops to start hitting if it did. Brake locked up or something. Like the left front was doing a little woo-woo-woo-woo wibble wobble there. Well, I mean, at least we can beat a BMW, I think. Let's see here. Is that last lap? That might have been last lap right there. Yep, so that was the final lap right there. Race for position. That was our last chance to get the GT. The race is over for us here at Road America. That's unfortunate. So I've got to figure out what on earth is going on with the speed here. There's something weird is going on with why we can't catch these guys on the straightaways, because we're just not getting enough speed on the straights, and I do not know why. Keep trying to take downforce out of the car, keep trying to work the suspension, and we are just not getting what we need. But at Daytona, we did a really, really good job. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but still annoying. Good job, guy. Yeah, just gave me a victory bump. You did a good job. Okay? You raced hard, you got past the BMW and an Aston Martin, so good for you. Alright, so just to show you best lap time here, Tim Mann, who's in the Aston Martin, was running a 2:08. We were running a 2:10. Outrageous. So that's what we gotta fix. Good night. Alrighty. Amazingly, this guy right here, the BMW, he ran a little bit faster than we did, but we were able to beat him on consistency, lap time, I guess. But yeah, that's pathetic. So we got to figure out here with Florida Racing what on earth is going on with our car and get that thing to work a lot better, because that is ridiculous that we are that bad at Road America. So last time we ran out of fuel, which was super annoying. This time apparently we just did not have straightaway speed for whatever reason. So we got to figure out what on earth is going on with the car, figure out why we can't go on the straightaways. Because that was an issue, obviously, at Watkins Glen, and this was an issue once again here. So we got to figure that out. So anyways, guys, that's it for us. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you guys here next time with more gaming and racing content. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.